It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Shoves him aside. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there on the run. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson just beating the play clock. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Henry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will have a Titans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side with Evans. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Running from the gun with Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. They'll run. It's Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A quick throw here out to Brown. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff to Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll look to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that, but in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
2nd and 11 now. Watson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And the Titans will take over possession here up at the 44. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Gladney.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On first down, it's Hunt, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the counter, Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check 50, check 50.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Fourth down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Fourth down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now Watson. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll run on first down. Hunt.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A big play that time for the Titans. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
A slant to Jones. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Evans.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Evans.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Darrington Evans.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Now it's Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Watson now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. The drive starts with a completion left side. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 45-yard line.
On second down, here's Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the Texans are right back in this football game. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Hunt. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
95 is Mike. What? 95. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To throw is Watson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That's track. Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. To throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep for Julio. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
To throw, Watson.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Able to find Thielen. Escapes the defender.
And he takes this almost to midfield. So they needed a pretty good-sized play, and they got it.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Watson to throw.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes. You can read his hands. And you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Second and 10. Now Watson.
Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Titans, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.